Questionable Place here with your boy Dirty Hipster, and we're here with our man Peter, or as we all know him as Schmeat. Tell us, what'd you do recently?
Recently, I actually came second. No, I'm lying. It's not this one. We actually came first place at Worlds. Put this away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
With everybody's favorite deck, favorite menace, Security Control.
Security Control. So we know that you got second place at Nationals with it. You represented North America, and more importantly, you represented New York. So you had a lot of weight on your shoulders.
You could say that.
So let's just play a little bit. Let's play a little bit of the trip. How was it? Was it a little rocky? Were you worried?
I wouldn't say worried. I was more concerned with the fact that once I landed there, I had no phone service, so that was scary. But the trip by itself was amazing. I love the place. I have to go back there hopefully next year. Hopefully I see the couple of the same people there next year, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. So you traveled 16 hours in the opposite direction. You were a day ahead of us. You came first. So let's get into it.
So just like before, same exact eggs. I don't think I need to repeat myself on these. For the rookies, of course, Pillamon, MVP of the day, even as a one-off, came up every single game. I can't express how great this deck was, especially because Leviathan was all over the goddamn place. The level 4, Air Digimon, still putting in the work, still the TK with hands to give. This card is too good, especially because it links into great combo with every single one of our favorite aces and our favorite level 5s. Magna Ace, and Angel Woman. This one maybe not so much, but she did doing some work, especially against Red Hybrid, so I can't fault her for not being as great as Magna and Jamon.
All right.
Of course, everybody's favorite level 6, Shadow Seraphie, but this time I had to include Venus Ma, best girl, absolutely. And of course, the other level 6s, Azulon, Avenge Kid, Death X. These two cards, absolutely MVPs. By themselves, these two shut down Red Hybrid 1000%. Makes the match unlosable. Azulon is such a good trap card, no one ever expects it, or at least maybe not during the Worlds, they didn't expect it at least. This card was great when people tried to swing for the last check for game and they just ignored my level 5s. This card says no. In one of my final matches for top 4, this actually secured a win against Levia because they have to delete something, and I also have to delete something. Death X and Avenge Kid are absolutely staples. I don't think I need to go into why these cards are amazing.
Definitely not.
Going into the options, we had to play 2 Revelation of Lights. This card is too good. As you saw in my match with Frozen, this card, the blanket effect from this card is way too fucking good. Way too good. Of course, you need the staple Hell Sights. I don't need to explain this. This is just 6 cost recovery plus 1 and get a body off the board.
Or you can just bring back Pillamon with it.
That too. Though Leviathan just does that for me. 3 lonks. At Nationals, I played 4. However, this time I cut 1 to play Wyvern's Breath. If Leviathan was going to be the big bad of the mystery format, I don't care about trying to put you in your security. I'm just trying to get that big body off the board because that is a problem, as everybody who plays against the deck knows. Of course, you have degrades. Some of these actually almost got cut from more Wyvern's Breath, but I'm not going to deny this card is busted in its own way. You hit insecurity, it's probably one of the best removals in the game, hands down. We are still playing the Lament. Came up every single game, whether it was hitting security and I got to add back a rookie I needed, whether I had to use it to get back a Venus model or Seraphie, etc. Reinforced Memory Boost is, for all intents and purposes, an Egyptian God card for Digimon. It's put to 1 for a reason. Add 1 to hand and 1 to life. And moving on to the Tamers, we have one Kari. Traded her in for TK because I'd rather keep my turn with a Magna Ace. That way I get a free warp into a level 6. The Digimon Emperors never left the deck. This card is still amazing. I force Red Hybrid to either tax themselves 2 to 4 memory and probably pass their turn. Counters Ukomon because I expected to see Numamon out there also. And even Leviamon, they can't raise up as a rookie, whether it's a Gobblemon or friends. And it forces them to waste their level 4 evolve in the back. 4 Karis. This card is, well, everybody saw what this card does. Zero Leviamon might have to pop this, but it's my gateway to purple. And if you hit me, I'm taxing you turn. You're not getting away with just touching my life. Go away. And of course, 3 TK Karis. The moment you hit me once, and this is on field, I don't ever have to ever swing again. I'm getting as much memory off of you as I could possibly abuse, and you're just giving me more cards to play.
All right, Pete. So you successfully piloted security control through Worlds. Can you give us a breakdown of your record and each round?
So we started with 5 rounds of Swiss, best of 1. Terrible format, but that's how they do it over there, I guess. But not to knock it. Round 1, I played against Frozen, and similar to what you guys saw in the finals match, it was a little slow. Then actually went into time past the 30 minutes, but it's alright because I got my run back. We'll go into that later. Round 2, I actually got lucky and got a bye because the person didn't show up. So he was gonna play Davis. I'm confident in that matchup. I never lose that matchup, whether it drags on into time because I end up having more life because they drag on and I drag on. But ultimately, I also know how to play around all the nonsense that deck does. But that win definitely helped carry me. Round 3, I played against one of the Asia competitors with Leviamon. He played a very fast version, some turbo version, and he ended up decking himself out in 5 minutes into the round without barely even hitting me once. I actually love the build. I'm probably going to build something relative to that. Round 4, I played against Red Hybrid, and similar to what I said back with the level 6s, I opened up Venus, Serafi, and our best boy, Magna Ace. And from there, it was just unfair. It was a complete lockout. He put me in a 4 with the memory setter. I said Magna Ace into Venus Mon. And now your Emperor Grace turned off. And then next turn, I just hard slam Shadow Serafi because there's nothing they can do to stop that.
And check one security, de-evolve, become a tamer again.
Correct. Every single thing you do, I'm just gonna retaliate by, all right, just remove your boy off the board, or at least make it more difficult for you. Round 5 was unfortunate. Normally, I played against Bloom Lord. Normally, I have a very good matchup against that, but unfortunately, I bricked. My hand was unplayable for the first 4 turns of the game. And by the time I even got anything to even play and or recover, whether it's a level 5 or an option or a tamer, he already has established a full board. And, well, even with some great security bombs, I can't do much against several bodies that outnumber me.
Right.
But luckily, the last 2 people I played against, to my understanding, Frozen had beaten. So that just made my tiebreakers even better, which made me the underdog of Swiss. I came 3rd place, which led into myself, William, Frozen, and Take, I believe his name was. Which, as you guys saw in top 4, top cut, Take was my first Levy opponent, and he's somebody that I had to put in a similar blender. After Take, everybody knows the Frozen match. That match went on forever. A lot of people say it was malicious slow playing. I don't want to say it's malicious, but if there's anything I had to take from that, after the judges had mentioned that it wasn't something they were going to give him a warning for. If you pay attention to the stream, that's why I start making some weird faces. Because once they told me they weren't going to do anything, I was like, okay, let's keep it moving.
All right.
But he did play his best. It's understandable. The nature of this deck makes people think Digimon is a game where a lot of people don't like doing that, which is why they lose. It's why everyone hates this deck as well. It makes their life miserable, makes their life difficult. I personally don't believe that. I think playing in a different manner from just, oh, let me turn everything sideways is healthier for the game, that decks like that exist. I mean, my record involves me playing gimmick decks, D-Reaper, Brawl Knights, Setcon. So decks that actually make you use brain cells that's my forte.
Well, Pete, thanks again. You brought it back. And not only that, you proved that Security Control can hang with the rest of them.
Absolutely.
So once more, congratulations, Pete. First place. This is Questionable Plays, signing out.